To him, the dog wasn't just a pet. He was family. Every morning when the businessman left for work, the dog would run to the gate to see him off. And every evening, no matter how late or how tired he returned, the dog was always there, waiting at the door, wagging his tail as if to say, "You are not alone." The businessman spent his days surrounded by deals, numbers, and endless meetings. He had everything, yet often felt the loneliness of his world. But the moment he sat with his German shepherd, all his stress would melt away. The dog understood him, his joys, and his sorrows. One night, after closing a big deal, the businessman was driving home late. As his car pulled up to the mansion gates, shadows moved in the dark. Strangers were waiting. Their intentions were clear: an attack. The moment he stepped out of the car, masked men rushed toward him. The businessman froze in shock, but before anything could happen, his German shepherd leapt forward like lightning. A fierce bark, a powerful strike, and suddenly, the night turned into chaos. The dog fought without hesitation, throwing himself at the attackers. He became a shield, protecting the man who had given him love. But in the fight, the dog was badly injured. The businessman fell to his knees, cradling his loyal friend. Tears streamed down his face. A man who owned everything, but at that moment, felt utterly powerless. With trembling hands, he lifted the dog into his car and sped through the night. Every second felt like an eternity. Every breath the dog took made him fear it might be the last. At last, they reached the veterinary clinic. Doctors rushed to action, fighting to save the German shepherd's life. Hours passed in silence, until finally, the news came: the dog had survived. Days later, when the dog finally stood on his feet again, the businessman wrapped his arms around him. In his eyes, there was only one truth: that loyalty is more precious than gold. He realized, mansions, cars, bank accounts, none of it mattered. His true wealth was the loyal companion, who risked his life to protect him without a second thought. Even today, when the wealthy businessman stands on the balcony of his grand mansion, his greatest comfort is not the empire he built, but the loyal friend who stands beside him. And that is the truth of this story. Real wealth is loyalty.